cloud, opening up Facebook. Not now. So it's let me open up Facebook. So now I'm going to go to create a post, live video, go live, click. Bearing with me, people.
Fair.
And
Morning, buddy.
Jason, good morning. Let's see if it's opened up over here.
Happy happy Wednesday, bro.
Happy Wednesday. And it looks like we are. We are up in my view, so we can go live here shortly, Jason. So
Zero
I'm gonna edit this
conversations.
part out because I'm all silly and waking up. But it looks like we were on a 12-second delay or so. But let me make sure I've got our description and everything before I go live in the group. Let me copy and paste. Control copy, close, post description, live video.
All right.
Save. And hold on a second. We got it all. Notify, notify, notify. Click and go live. Clicked. Live video is starting. And we should be live in the group, I think. And live. Cool. Awesome. Good morning, Jason, and happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, Deeds. Thanks for going through all your technical, all the stuff that you've been going through to figure it out. Um, it's awesome that we're actually able to do this. So I appreciate your patience.
Well, thank you
And
and appreciate yours.
dude, I just sit here and have a conversation with you, bud. You're doing all sorts of tech stuff. So I appreciate you greatly.
And I'm not a nerd. I have no real knowledge. I just follow instructions. So I've got to Google search, find the YouTube, figure out what a stream key is, the URL, the code. I did that Friday or whatever. Then I got caught up in work. But the point is, I had to refresh it and redo it all over again. So I had to rewatch the video from Mary in my mind and like, okay, stream key, blah, 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 because I didn't click a save setting. Anyway, we're live. Thanks for checking in to Goo and Deeds. It's raining here in Houston. How's the weather there in Arizona?
Dude, it's finally about to clear up, but yeah, this week has been kind of a wash, haha,
Huh,
so to
but
speak.
yeah.
But yeah, it's so rescheduling, bouncing stuff around. We had two decent sized projects on Thursday that got moved to Monday, not even due to rain. So it's been kind of a bizarre week, not stuff that we
Sure.
normally have to deal with here in Arizona.
Yeah, a lot of
Uh,
rain. I saw pictures of Vegas was all flooded out and shit. They're getting there a few inches.
Yeah, everybody's a disaster. Northeast too. I was texting with our boy Squeegee Tom up in New Hampshire, and he was supposed to be at work, but the town he was going to be working in was basically underwater. So
Wow.
everybody's getting hit hard, and it's a drag that we're all going through this. And if you're not, that's good for you.
Hmm.
But we're give a shout out to our guys who are dealing with this weather. We'll get through it, just
Yeah,
like always.
just hope you don't have to slide mud off the frames like from flooding in that town. So, there's a lot of weather stuff going on. So that sucks for Tom and that.
Yeah, it's for a bunch of people. I mean, last week, we saw it all creep up through the center, and the beginning of this week, that's when we got it.
Yeah.
And in Arizona, I don't know for everybody else, but like in Arizona too, people really get sketched, man. If they see it a day or two in advance, it's like, no, we're not doing it a week in advance. We're gonna wait till that passes, and people start rescheduling or at least attempting to.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Like
so
there's
it's
clouds in California right now that'll be here in a couple of days. So we're gonna put off to see what that cloud does.
Yeah, and it's my job to make sure that they don't reschedule. Just assure them that we kick ass at what we do.
Oh
Bro,
yeah,
it's been a couple days since we had an opportunity to
it
talk.
has. Yeah, it has. I've
Um,
been uh, I've been under the weather. It's been my fault. Well, I got busy Friday. I got pulled from the. I was about to hit live with you on last week, and then I
yeah,
got called like, "Hey, we're fucked. We got a lot of deliveries. Get back to the office." So we got really busy with work, which is cool. But they had a distribution at different schools, so we've had to deliver like 30 deliveries, sign in at the front desk. So it's a big pain in the ass, logistically wise, for a dispatcher and their drivers. So I was pulling my hair out Friday and Monday, but doing better now. I've recently also, as some of you don't know, I look like Rick Moranis. I was sick last year and started feeling better. Got my gallbladder out, been getting healthy, and the last couple of months I've been on a medication to make me feel better because I've been dying the last year, and it's been making me feel off, making me feel more sick. It's getting me messed up digestive wise. So I switched medicines 2 weeks ago, and last week it got so bad where I was getting nauseous in the mornings I couldn't like function for a few hours. So this weekend it got really bad, so I had to kick it, call the doctor and stuff. So I've been off. Like it's weird. I spent a whole year dying and not feeling good, start feeling well, then take a pill to like poison yourself and feel bad and get sick and get nauseous. So I'm taking my morning walks feeling like I did last year. Like, why am I poisoning myself? Um, so that's been going on. But I recently switched that, got that figured out, I guess, a couple days ago, and have been waking up and feeling good the last 2 mornings, which is good progress for me because it's like Groundhog Day. Wake up, feel nauseous, wake up, feel nauseous. Stop taking a pill the doctor's giving you and you feel better. It's fucking weird. So I've been doing better, but my thing is I've been having to reschedule some jobs Sunday, Monday, yesterday. So I've got a very busy week up ahead, and we've got rain going now. So a couple people probably want their windows and stuff cleaned by Mother's Day, so it's going to be real crunch time to find some dry weather and stuff to get it done. But just getting at it.
Yeah, man. I know the stuff that you've been dealing with because you and I do talk personally, even though we're not recording all the time. And I just wish you the best, buddy. These health issues suck, and
Thanks.
I know the the ends that you go to try to make yourself feel better. And I just wish you the best, brother.
Well, thanks.
It sucks. And on the
Well, it was something.
schedule,
Yeah. The scheduling's the hard part. It's like having to call people, tell them, hey, I'm sorry I can't come Monday. How does Wednesday afternoon work? I'm like, well, I have landscapers coming Wednesday. Can you come Friday morning? Fuck. And so then I get
oh, I've
to
got 3 jobs on
and
Friday morning
yeah,
now.
enter the shark tank with the customer because it's annoying. The absolute thing I hate is canceling jobs, moving jobs, rescheduling because I'm a homeowner too. And you spend your whole day, all right, the guy's going to be here. They move the furniture, they move the stuff around and then find out they can't come and stuff. So one of my pet peeves is not being able to do that. So it really sucks to make those calls, but feeling better is better than feeling like shit and try to drag through it. Because I did a solar panel cleaning like 2 years ago when I was feeling sick, and I ended up like vomiting like off the roof. Just it was my gallbladder that was inflamed, so I was like nausea, vomiting. I had to stop the job, come back like the following week and clean the panels. The lady was really cool about it. She gave me a good referral, got some jobs at her neighbors, but the point is that I was driving myself, working so hard, I was getting sick, throwing up on the job, and that's a weird place to be. So get yourself healthy, guys. Stay healthy. Don't do that. But I'm feeling
Yeah,
better now, so that's the point.
absolutely. And I know all too well about that medication. I was on medication for over, I want to say like about 7, 8 years. Um, and it was to help with my sleep, anxiety, some depression and stuff like that early on
Sure.
in my recovery. And if I forgot to take it, it would actually make me sicker.
Oh
And
well,
then, like I also, so medications, I,
it's
although
a
the rest,
serotonin thing. It's all in the brain. It's messed up.
yeah, it is, and also, they're necessary. And sometimes once our body, you know, stops after it takes things for a certain amount of time, it needs to get changed up and whatever. It's a
Sure.
very, very difficult balance to deal with. Um, but
Well,
I'm just
that's what
glad
I'm
that,
going through. Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just glad that you're feeling better.
Thanks.
You got anything big lined up for the weekend for Mother's Day? Doing anything
Just
nice for the missus?
yeah, I got her some very comfortable soft pajamas. Gonna get some flowers, do breakfast in bed, all that fun stuff. Women love clean windows. They love all that. But what women really want, if they have kids for Mother's Day, is they want the day off. They
Yeah.
want the day to shut the room, get on their phone, drink Starbucks, and just not listen to the kids. Ask, Mommy, can I ask you a question? Can you make me a sandwich? Can you help me? I need this. Go ask your father. So if you're home with your kids and you have Sunday off, which you should, spend it with the kids, get them out of the house, get them away from mom, give mom a $200 gift card to the mall or Target or something. Get her a Thursday before she wakes up, bring her some flowers, get those kids out of her. That's all she wants. Take the kids, or slippers, stuff like that. That's always nice. But on Mother's Day, mom
Deeds,
wants some time.
deeds with the love advice. Listen
I've
to this guy,
I've been married
bam.
for 13 years. I do
He
whatever she
knows his
tells me to do.
shit.
Yeah,
I love
you
it.
know.
I
If
love
you
it.
don't know if you don't know exactly what she wants on Mother's Day by now, it sucks. But I'm telling you, give her time to herself. That's it.
Outstanding. So, dude, last time I talked to you was like on Wednesday. Then, we had a little bit of talk on Friday. We were getting ready. I wanted to tell you about this. This is my kids' soccer this weekend. Oh my God. The first game on Saturday, double overtime. So that's like
Wow.
110 minutes.
Yep.
His team ends up scoring with like 90 seconds left. So they get to the finals.
Cool.
Sunday morning, finals. It's a hard fought game. Double overtime again. Then penalty kicks.
Nice.
He's the last kid on the team to kick, but doesn't get to the opportunity to kick because our team loses 3-1.
Damn it.
But it was an amazing weekend. Weekends like that with our families is one of the reasons why I started washing windows and then kept doing it is because I could write my own schedules,
Yeah.
all sorts of great stuff. So we just sharing memories with my kid and my wife this weekend was such a blast, dude. And my kids, and we had family at the game too. So it's just something I wanted to share with you.
Nice.
And anybody who might be watching or listening to, like, that's exactly why we do this stuff. We work the hours we do so we can get that time with our kids and stuff, man. It was just a great time.
Cool. Those are memories, you're gonna think back when you're 68. Man, I remember that weekend. That was a really cool weekend.
Bro, that's not that far. That sucks. Quit joking
Well,
like that
20 something
now.
years, you still got time.
Hilarious. So I did something big yesterday. I rented the car for the trip
Shit,
coming
yeah.
up. Yeah,
Awesome.
man. So I'll be picking that up in less than 3 weeks. That's 20 days away.
That's
Actually,
scary.
right about now, I'll be landing in New Jersey
Cool.
um, in 20 days. So that's going to be fun and exciting. I've been looking at places that I'll be staying. I think the 31st of May, I'll be
Hmm.
arriving in the DC, Arlington, Virginia area,
Okay.
DC, Maryland area. So if anybody's in that neck of the woods on the 31st through the 2nd, I'll be in that neck of the woods. So yeah, I'm just throwing that out there. Holler at your boy if you're in that area.
Cool. DC's a nice place. Pretty dangerous, but it's a nice
Yeah,
place.
so I'm looking at hotels in Virginia, and then it's just like a 13-minute drive from most of the spots.
Sure.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be an awesome trip. You could take obviously Route One, Highway
I
One all the
don't
way down
know.
the coast.
I mean, literally, I just Googled, hey, what's the best way to get from this way to this way? I didn't
Well,
look at
that's
the
it. Yeah.
highways or any of that stuff. I just kind of like zoomed in to make sure that it was a path in which I could take.
Cool.
Uh, I mean, I have a route in my head and in the phone, and I made sure that I know the amount of time between stops that it's going to take me to drive, and
Cool.
marked out the days, and that's pretty much it. I mean,
That's all you need.
it's a loose idea right now. Not a loose idea. It's a flexible, a little
Hmm.
bit, somewhat flexible.
Yeah.
Um, so that way I can gauge the vibe and find out if people need my help or want my help or if I'm just going to sit drinking coffee by myself. Who knows? But
You'll be good.
I really hope to get in touch with some people while I'm out there.
Yeah, that'll be an awesome trip. I'm looking forward to that for you.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
And if I can pop
Um,
out and fly out at some point, I'll try. Maybe at the end there when you're finished.
yeah,
But yeah,
that's something that we're talking about too. You and I and anybody, like I said, anybody who's along that route, get in touch with me. And I'd love to see if there's any way that I can make stops in that neck of the woods. I do know that I will be in either Durham or Raleigh. I want to say the 3rd, and then maybe the 4th and the 5th. I'll be somewhere in in Tennessee.
okay.
Um, but I know, and yeah, man, it's we'll keep everybody updated as it goes along, and as I start finalizing dates and stuff like that. But yeah, man, so I was
Very
really
cool.
excited. I was really excited and a little nervous to make that reservation yesterday.
Yep.
I think it's finally hitting home to my wife that I'm going to be gone for approximately 3 weeks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you
Uh,
have to make up for Mother's Day big time.
yeah. I'm actually debating. She doesn't watch or listen to us, so I can say this.
Or she'll
But
click off now.
yeah, right. No, I'm actually gonna try and see if I can get a sitter for Friday night and take her out Friday night, and maybe go get a room or something,
Cool.
some time alone, um,
You know, it'd be an
because I
even
don't
better
know
idea
what's
if
that.
you were to get her that room by herself on Sunday and let her stay by herself Sunday night. I'm just kidding. No, you need romance time. That's cool.
uh,
You should do that.
yeah,
But
I
you should
got.
give her the option though. Like, honey, it's Friday. I've got a surprise for you. Let's go out to dinner tonight. She'll be like, oh, or you can do it Sunday. Let her pick. And then look at her face and see, no, tonight's okay. You're like, wait, you want Sunday, don't you? I'm just kidding. But
Yeah.
she might. No, that's a really good
Well,
idea because she'll be gone for 3 weeks. You know, you need some love
yeah.
time.
Well, and to be honest, this will be the longest. I've been open about some of my issues and struggles. I have been away in the rehab facility twice, and one time, actually both times were for about 28, 30 days, something like that. But I
Hmm.
haven't. She and I haven't been apart for that long since then.
Sure.
Now, I don't know people if that triggers her or anything like that. But this is, it's a long time.
Hmm.
And the Denver portion, that's an open ended trip, to be honest. So I could be gone as long as a month. My son's going to be in Colorado. We just booked his trip. He's going to be there from the 13th to the 25th.
Cool.
So, and I'll be there the 12th or the 13th until open end.
Sure.
So, in her head, she's thinking, damn, Jay's going to be gone a grip and going to leave me here in the summer with our 4 year old.
Yep. It's
So, and my
tricky.
wife has a full time job, and we're taking our daughter out of daycare this summer. So we're like, she's like, well,
A lot
what
of
am I going to do
juggles.
with this kid?
Yep.
Um, so she's really been the rock of what's going on behind the
No, that's
scenes.
cool. You need
Yeah,
that support or else you wouldn't be able to do this. That's awesome.
no. And this is something that I really felt that I needed to do, and I'm glad I get the opportunity to do. So
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I
It's going to fill your bucket for sure.
it is going to
It's
fill
going to
that
fill
bucket.
others' buckets too, which is the cool part, hopefully.
I hope so, dude. And I really part of the goal of this is so I get an opportunity to meet and learn from other people.
Hmm.
I really this sounds really corny, but I liken myself to a story collector and a storyteller, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And I just can't wait to collect some people's stories, and if they allow me the permission to relay some of their story, you know what I mean, from what I gather
Sure.
from them.
Yep.
Um, and this really is like I didn't even realize what a bucket list thing this was for me until like it just keeps getting there.
Sure.
Um, and I'm super grateful for the team at Xero because and WCR because I know that they're gonna help me along the way. I have like a touch point, to keep me motivated and keep me going and keep me grinded. And obviously, I'm glad that I have your support in this as well. um and I can bounce stuff off of you, but to have somebody else
Oh, you
there
need a
for me.
team. Yeah. You can't have a
Yeah,
guy married with children trying to logisticize anything. Yeah.
yeah. And to be honest too, like this is not necessarily scary, but it's kind of like, wow, this is something new for me too. So to have somebody there to support and back me and bounce that stuff off of, Kaylee, I appreciate you. Um, it means the world to me, and
Awesome.
I'm really just excited to get this chance. And um, yeah, and one of the things too is I hope to in this trip as well is for those people who haven't used water fed equipment, I really hope that they reach out to me because I was kind of a skeptic just a few years ago as well. So I really hope that some of those people do reach out because I'd love to show them the benefits of it.
Water
Uh,
fed America. No, 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 no.
Water fed across America. Maybe I should like have Eric from Eric Squeegee cut me a song about
Sure.
something.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
see that stuff he did for Maker?
I did not. Oh, yeah, I did. I saw that song, the rap song.
Yeah,
That was tight. That was nice.
I loved it, man. I was like, all
The hip
right,
hop song.
bro.
It was
Yeah,
cool.
dude.
I was like,
I
shit,
dug,
he's got it.
he does, dude. And shout out to him as well.
Yeah, that was
Um,
dope.
that was dope. So just yeah, man, I'm excited to get some of this stuff going. It's been a wild week with the weather that we've talked about, rescheduling. Um, this is our first day. Oh, we had a small little house yesterday, but I had to wait until 10 in the morning to start, which is weird for me.
Huh.
Um, but we just did one little house yesterday, and today Billy's actually going to be on the glass in about 30 minutes. We're going to catch up and do a couple gigs today. Um, yeah, man, I'm just excited to get back to work. Um, yeah,
Getting back
I
to
don't.
work's important. I haven't worked since fucking Friday. I think I did a small gutter Friday afternoon, and then was off all weekend. Um, yeah, excited to get back to work. I've got jobs that need to get done before people get pissed, and bank accounts that need that money. So get busy. It's still spring here. My phone's still ringing. I'm still getting a lot of like website leads, so I'm still selling the jobs. I got to stay healthy and get those jobs completed, etc. Um, we've
I
got
got a
a
I got a
Go ahead.
bizarre text that last night, and I have this gal, her name in my phone. I don't delete texts. I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it just sits
Uh,
there. Yeah.
yeah. So she says, "Hey, I can. What's your availability for this week at my rental?" I can scroll through my messages that I've sent her in the
Yeah,
past.
keep them.
But I don't know. She's never replied. I have her and
Oh
her
well.
husband's email in my phone as well. So somehow, some way, I've connected with her through email. I didn't go back and look at it this morning yet, but I
Hmm.
sent her or I replied to her. Actually, I do have something this week. I have something available tomorrow, but I need the address. And so she sends me the address. It's a massive, massive, massive house. It's in my neck of the woods. It's right in my neighborhood, actually.
Nice.
But I'm like, I need to go by and take a peek at it. I can't just give you a price over the, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, sometimes you got to do
it's,
that.
yeah. So, Billy, if you're watching or listening, obviously, I have somewhere else you can swing by on the way home and take a peek at. Well, I can see that you're not watching or listening, but uh, yeah, man. So I'm glad to hopefully get that one locked
Yeah, go
into
for it.
tomorrow. Actually, that would be awesome. We are trying to smush as much as we can in before the weekend.
Yep.
Uh, and we're still trying to pitch that Mother's Day. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if we have to work an extra 2 hours or 3 hours a day for the next couple days, that's what we're gonna have to
It's
do to
worth it.
make up. Yeah, to make up for
Hmm.
the beginning of the week. So,
Yeah.
you got anything popping off schedule for sure yet this week?
Yeah, I've got a pool patio and a driveway today that's been on the schedule for a week. It's raining now, but I don't know what it'll do at 3 or 4. I'm doing office at least today, Friday for sure. We might be getting a new driver, so I might have a chance to jump out of the chair more and get right to work instead of working until 2 or 3. But got that going. Got a window cleaning and a gutter job, another window cleaning, and just a few more, gutters and stuff like that to schedule. So I've got like 3 or 4 that I've absolutely got to get done by Sunday. So I'll be working this week, and then just schedule the rest next week and such. I only usually get about 10 or 12 estimates ahead. I'm not packed up for like 30 days busy. I don't
Yeah.
I don't advertise. It's all word of mouth referrals. If I'm kind of slow, I'll do like a next door post. Hey, want to lose 100 pounds? Clean out your gutters. Ha ha ha. Call Mr. Deeds. And so shit like that. And so I get drips. You touch and you get drips. Um, that's how I work. I'm kind of cheap, so I don't do a lot of EDDM. I don't do Facebook ads, Google ads, because I have turned it on and got sucked for
Oh,
110
hold on, hold
bucks.
on.
I'm like,
Go
whoa,
back. Tell me what was that line? Want to lose
I
some
don't.
weight? Go
No.
clean your gutters,
Hey, if you want to lose 100 pounds, get your gutters clean. Call Mr. D's. If you want to
dude.
lose 100 pounds, get your gutters cleaned. Call Mr. D's or whatever. Any loose of that. Hey, if you want that, if you want to lose 100 pounds by summer, get your gutters cleaned out because you always get those bags of gutter shit, 30,
Oh,
40
that's
pounds.
hilarious, dude.
Yeah, that's
You're
good.
too much.
It's stuff like that people appreciate. If
Yeah.
we're doing the Mother's Day promotion, and that's great. We'll do that kind of stuff, but sling it and make it funny. And that's how I am. Obviously, I'm a weird guy. I'll comment on those next door posts, with a weird meme shit I do in the pro page, which I've done a lot less of over the years. But yeah, you just got to be funny and be a normal person. Sometimes I'm a little out quirky and weird, but that kind of that'll stop the bad customers from calling you, if you will.
Be
You know,
yourself.
be yourself because
You,
there's only one of you. There's not
yeah.
going to be
Not
a
only
lot. There
that,
can't be anybody else.
you draw in the same type of people that you put out there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Um,
I had these two neighbors back to back that were both children youth ministers. So I said the F word. This one guy got pissed off. So I apologized, went to his neighbor, used a slur or a language or whatever. I said effing or that shit. And he like made a face. Turns out he's a youth minister. So I made the joke, how many youth ministers are on the street? You know, like, should I not swear at all to anybody?
yeah.
So know your customer, know your whatever. Obviously, they didn't know the kind of person I was who swears when they hired me because they're youth ministers. There's nothing wrong with those people, but know your customer, you know, and
Oh, that's
and get
hilarious.
busy this spring. Try to get work. But yeah, everything else is well. You know, the kids are doing good. How are everything well at your household? Any? Oh,
Yeah, everything's good. Everything's
cool.
good, man.
I mentioned that because my son woke up throwing up last night, so we had to
Yeah.
play the whole musical chairs, grab the fucking bucket so he can projectile vomit, scoop up the lawn, you know, that fun stuff. So we
Thankfully,
hopefully we
we
don't
haven't
have
had
that
any of
going.
those issues in a hot minute. Thankfully, yeah,
Mm-hmm. They
everything's
can be
good.
tricky.
So real quick, I know we're gonna wrap up. So, but I got an email from my kids, my 14, 15-year-old freshman Spanish teacher. Bro,
See,
this see, she drives me nuts. I get an email about every 2 weeks, but yesterday she emails me about excessive nose blowing noises. Like he's interrupting the class by blowing his nose,
is he
and
doing it in Spanish though?
yeah, it needs to have that inflection, that the tilde.
Enya, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so, but like it's a habit, or it's a how do I? So my grandfather used to do that. I do
It's a
it.
tick. It's a Tourette tick.
It's so my
That's all it
grandpa
is.
did it. I do it, and my son has this really like kind of really
It's a
boisterous.
nasonerval response.
Yeah,
He has no choice. Yeah.
yeah. So like instead of us getting pissed, we kind of laugh about it and send the email to my mother, and we're like, "Hey, Grandma, check this out. Like this, our Spanish teacher's pissed off. I guess Grandpa's rolling in his grave laughing at this one." So, uh,
Stupid.
score one for Papa Doodoo.
Yeah. Papa Doodoo looking at heaven laughing like, fuck that
Hell,
lady. Ha ha ha.
hell yeah. He's all
Yeah.
tilde for you, baby.
No
So,
hablas español.
all
But yeah,
right,
I grew up
brother.
in Buffalo. I grew up in Buffalo, New York, right next to the Niagara Falls Canadian border. So it was mainly French up there because, you know, you go to Canada for the strip, you know, whatever, the
Yeah.
strippers, Canadian ballet, and you speak French. But I took Spanish classes and I was so annoying to the teacher in like Spanish one or whatever. She's like, she moved me up to Spanish three. She's like, he knows everything. F that guy. Just move him up, get him out of my class. So they skipped Spanish two and put me in Spanish three, which I passed with like a 73, barely. But she just the one teacher couldn't deal with me. She's like, move him up. So that was funny. I got advanced Spanish, but I didn't because I had no idea what the hell was going on.
I have a feeling that my kid's doing the same thing to this teacher, just driving her nuts. And I actually in the morning, yesterday morning, before I dropped him off, I specifically said to him, "Don't fuck with Miss Reese." That's exactly that was like I said, "Love you, son. Have a great day. Don't piss off Miss Reese or whatever." Something along to that effect. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he forgot what I told him, but I guess I'll have to reiterate
One of those
to him
heart to
again.
hearts tonight, you know,
Yeah,
because the last thing you want is I was a habitual line stepper. I got in trouble with every teacher all the time. I swore a lot.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, it just takes one bad teacher, you know, to get.
Well,
If he
he's
starts taunting the
he's
teacher and pissing her off, he's gonna really
yeah,
enjoy
and
it.
he's so close to finishing the year with honor roll and got his letter for soccer. And if you keep a 3.0 in the state of Arizona, you basically get school. You can get a scholarship
Shit,
for schooling to one of the schools.
hell
So
yeah,
it's
Arizona
important.
State.
Yeah, it's important, and that's like they don't have a soccer team there, but that's like his dream. Like you know what I mean? I think because
School is important. You know,
yeah,
soccer's awesome, but school is important.
yeah. So that's where we are, as my papa used to say. And that's a Papa Doodoo reference twice today. I love it.
Cool, love it. He's loving it too.
Yep, man.
But yeah, get him
All
in
right.
order. He'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll have a nice little conversation on the way to school this morning. Anything else before we wrap up?
Nothing. Just thanks Xero, thanks WCR for keeping it real and supporting your water fed action. That's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that. We're gonna put stuff. We're gonna get an Instagram or a page or something that way we can follow along with you and get all our stuff, all your dates and stuff put down so people can see it, etc.
Yeah,
We
that
need to get
sounds
to
like a
that
great
stage.
idea. I'm gonna get with the team at Zero either sometime later this week or the beginning of next week. Now that it's
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 happening.
really like, yeah, it's coming together. One of the ideas too was to kind of keep it to be organized but unorganized. Like I said, so we need a little bit of flexibility. There are still are some ideas that I might want to pitch to some people before I get out of town. So I'm
Sure.
trying to
Well,
keep.
the closer you get to it, the better you are. I mean, like as far as what you can maneuver and accomplish because you're on the flight path, you know.
Yeah,
Once you hit the runway and you're about to set off, then all your shit will start lining up because you're about to get clearance to hit that fucking runway. So hats off to you, man. That's awesome.
I appreciate you, Deeds, and thanks again for your patience when it comes to getting all this the technical difficulties worked out. Thank you again for your friendship, and I
And
just
thank you. And
yeah,
thanks
man, I
everyone for
just
watching, man.
yeah, man. Well, we appreciate everybody. You got anything you want to tell anybody?
Uh, Change your rubbers. That's it.
Change your
You know,
numbers and fill that bucket, baby.
fill that bucket. You know, and thanks
Yep.
Mary for showing me how to do this YouTube live streaming with copy and pasting and all that streaming crap. But all right, well, have a great day, everybody. I'm gonna hit some
Take care,
buttons and see
guys.
how we end this live stream through here. And everyone have a great morning. You guys keep it real
Peace.
and peace out. Do do do. And we're gonna wait because I think it's starting to or it's ending. No, we're still live.
Yeah, it
Wait a
ended.
sec. Oh, I did it.
Here you
Okay,
go.
cool. Cool. Stop recording.